What's going on, guys? It's the Coaster Battleman here, bringing you an awesome video. The top 10 roller coasters that need a GCI Retrack. These are all wooden roller coasters, and due to being kind of rough or overall not being that great, these are the reasons why they are on this list. Number 10 is Viper at Six Flags Great America, my home park. I really like Viper, but it could be kind of rough. This coaster gets mixed reactions. Some people call it an overrated coaster, but I think this is a very fun wooden coaster, and it could use a GCI Retrack to get even better. Number 9 is Roar at Six Flags America. This is another GCI wooden coaster, and this is the first GCI wooden coaster on this list that desperately needs a retrack by the same company it was built by, GCI. This would be a great fit for Six Flags America, but I would love it if they RMC'd Roar, but I don't think Roar needs to be RMC'd. Neither does Wild Woman. I think Six Flags America should get an original RMC, kind of like what Six Flags Great America got with Goliath. Let's move on to number 8. Number 8 is Racer at Kings Island. This could apply to Rebel Yell at Kings Dominion, but I rode Racer and I thought it was a pretty good ride, actually. I enjoyed Racer, but I consider it the 8th best coaster at Kings Island. It's not the greatest wooden coaster out there, in my opinion. It's one of the best racing coasters, though. But still, this ride really needs a retrack by GCI to get even better. With better trains. I think Racer really does need a renovation, maybe in 2022 for its 50th anniversary, which will be the 50th anniversary of Kings Island. Number 7 is another coaster at Kings Island. It is the Beast. I love the Beast. It's one of my favorite coasters I've ridden, probably my favorite wooden coaster I've ridden. But this coaster could be even better with a GCI Retrack. That's what I said about this coaster. I said that this coaster needs a GCI Retrack in my coaster countdown for the top 10 coasters at Kings Island, if you saw that video. But other than that, I think the Beast is a very good coaster, and I think it has the potential to have a GCI Retrack. Number 6 is Shivering Timbers at Michigan's Adventure. This coaster is very fun. It has some amazing airtime, and overall it's a solid ride. The drop is intense. The airtime is probably some of the best airtime you can get on any roller coaster on the planet, maybe. And overall, I really like Shivering Timbers, but it could be even better if a GCI Retrack was to come on Shivering Timbers. And this is one of the 2 coasters at Michigan's Adventure that needs a GCI Retrack. And let's go to the top 5. Number 5 is Voyage at Holiday World. People have been saying Voyage has been getting kind of rough, so that's why I'm saying Voyage needs a GCI Retrack. The ride could be a whole lot better. The turns could be even better. The airtime could be better. Everything about this coaster could be better to make it probably one of the best coasters on the planet, possibly, when it comes to wooden coasters. And I know a lot of people really like Voyage, but its popularity is kind of declining, but a GCI Retrack will increase the popularity of Voyage. Number 4 is Wildcat at Hershey Park. This coaster gets mixed reactions. Some people really do hate this ride due to being very rough, and some people consider it not that bad. I've heard a strategy from this roller coaster YouTube channel, The Coaster Fanatic, that you have to move around with the turns. When there's a right turn, you move right, and when there's a left turn, you move left. That's what I've heard to make a better ride on the Wildcat. But I think a GCI Retrack would work on this classic GCI wooden coaster. And this is the first GCI wooden coaster ever to be built, so why not renovate it? Number 3 is Hurler. I don't think this is the Hurler in this picture, but it looks like the main part of Hurler with the drop. I think the clone at King's Dominion needs a retrack more than the one at Carowinds, because Hurler's been closed down for the 2016 season at King's Dominion, so I could see this happening in 2017. Number 2 is Mean Streak at Cedar Point. You guys probably already know this ride desperately needs a GCI retrack or an RMC redo. I think if this coaster wasn't able to be RMC'd, I think a GCI retrack could make this ride a whole lot better. It could make it a lot smoother, and the wait times could be a bit longer for this ride, because this coaster is not that popular, but I think a GCI retrack can make this ride not very popular, like Millennium Force popular, but one of the better coasters at Cedar Point. It could still have the boring layout, but still, this ride could be still very smooth. This ride has potential to be a good wooden coaster, but currently it's not good. And another Din Corporation roller coaster is on this list at number 1. It's Wolverine Wildcat at Michigan's Adventure. This coaster, when I rode it, I only rode it once. It was extremely rough and painful. I did not like this ride at all. It's a Din Corporation wooden coaster. Their coasters are not smooth like GCI's, and I think this coaster desperately needs a GCI retrack, if not being RMC'd. Anything for Michigan's Adventure for a new coaster, even if it's a GCI retrack. It can make the experience better on their wooden coasters. And that's why Wolverine Wildcat's at number 1. Plus, I think Wolverine Wildcat's layout is actually a fairly decent layout compared to Mean Streak's, so that's why I considered it a bit higher than Mean Streak. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.